ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Hello, hello, and welcome back to another live stream. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Thursday. Guys, man, it's already Thursday. Oh man, it's already Thursday. Hope you guys doing well. Hey, good guts, welcome. This morning I was trying to do some biome blending, and I'm like, I know where things are, I just can't get it to read what I want from where I want it. Like, I know where I need to set the stuff up, but I need to, I think it's like a more advanced rework of it that I would need to do for it to work, or because of the way it's designed. It's like crap. I'm doing well, hope you're doing well as well. Yeah, freaking biome blend. I figured out, like, basically I would need to pass through like multiple variables all the way down the chain that are not there to be accessed for me to do it. So yeah, not great. Just got home from work, tired but happy. Nice. How was the interview? Interview went really, really well. Well enough for them to ask me what my rate is after the interview. Now, whether or not they've now been scared away by my rate, and will still continue to, negotiate it, it will be, left to be seen. But it went well enough for them to ask my rate after the interview. So, now it's a matter of, is it within their budget, or is the skill set I would bring to them worth what I'm asking, basically. I mean, like, so because it's virtual production, it's hard to find someone of my skill set. And I'm not saying that because, like, oh, look at me go, I'm so great. Oh, no, it's because virtual production is basically film work with a game engine. You're not going to find many people that want to do that. So just one, finding someone that wants to do it is rough, but then somebody that also knows both sides of the game side and of the film side is just, it's extremely rare. So it's not that, oh my god, I'm the best and no one else can learn it. No, it's just I happen to have the experience specifically that is, you know, for this industry or for that industry, because I've also now worked in that industry for, so we'll see. You know, they can negotiate down if it was too high. We'll wait and see. But yeah, you know, basically, yeah, big shot. It's not so much big shot. I mean, I have just a lot of like years of experience, and now experience specifically with what they want. Yeah. So, like, I checked all their boxes. And I have experience with all the boxes they want. So hopefully, you know, they see that and they see, okay, yeah, that is worth, you know, worth it, because it'll less headaches for them. I can take care of all of it. So yeah, we'll see. Haven't heard anything from the game company. They wanted somebody, I think, by end of the week, so I'm assuming I'm not getting that. You can see the years of experience in my hair. Gray. Yep. Yep. It is what it is, you know. That's what happens. That's what happens when you get older. Yeah, soon you'll be here too. Gray and miserable like the rest of us. No. Plans for today are to continue with the room generation. Hopefully not. Yeah, I don't want to be like me. That sounds terrible. That sounds terrible. So yesterday we successfully did the rooms, where we now have it when we can now have it go up and down when it activates and deactivates. So we need to now start utilizing this functionality in combination with the previous version, which was to have the rooms yeah, when you come in, like the room activates and then deactivates. So yeah, let's figure out how the hell to combine it all and go from there. Yes. I want to be able to jump up there. If I had a double jump, and that's like a power up, I should be able to get myself. I think I can jump up there. I also want to bring in the minimap. So, the minimap actually might be pretty simple to bring in. Let's find out. If I come here, can I just copy you in here? That's fun, really fun. Yeah, there we go. Minimap done. Cool. What specifically is really fun? The double jump power up? I don't know about it being fun, but it'll be useful. It'd be very useful, especially with like areas like this, right? Because you can go down, but then you can't really come back up here. Go back up here. But And then we also need to work on, right, the walls there, being able to see them. I need to figure out a good workaround for that. And it's because I'm moving them physically down. So it's still showing them because it's physically down, unfortunately. Yep. So I wonder. I have some ideas. I have some ideas how to do that, but we'll see. Okay, maybe I'm done. That was all we need to do, right? No. So if we go to our room manager. And open it up. Open it up. Open it up. There we go. Oh boy. So right now we're getting a bunch of overlapping actors because we need to get all the reference to all the walls, but we no longer really care about all the walls. We do need to get the patrol routes. So I'm going to just make this a new one. So that way I'm not destroying the old one in case we need it. So we're no longer going to need to have these hidden walls. That's no longer going to be a thing. There's no more hidden walls. Yeah, I just remove that. Okay. I'm going to use my patrol routes. That's for the AI. Yep. And then the hidden walls toggle. We don't really care. Which means, and the opening of the doors, open closed doors, we don't care about anymore. And this is why getting all doors in the room, open the doors, disable spawner. So we need okay. I can leave this. And pretty much this entire thing is going bye-bye. And we're changing all of this. Yeah, so this is all kind of getting super simplified. Spawn mobs. Yeah, we're going to need to change up stuff here. Oh wait, enemy blood spilled. Where was that? Hold on. Did I delete something I shouldn't have? No? What was that? Where is this enemy blood spilled? Right? Oh, I can click on it. Okay, so I need to keep that. Okay, these closed doors I can remove though. Yeah, remove that. Yeah, I'm gonna need to do this. I'm just no longer needing this. I'll leave that there. Again, all of this. That can go. All this can go. Okay. No more errors. Delete unused. Okay. Okay. You're gonna try that thing now. The scaling texture. Ah. Keep in mind, if you're gonna follow the one in my video, it doesn't work on all three axes. Just keep that in mind. If you want to do the other version, I think where is it? Hey CC, welcome in. How's it going? This one? Yeah, you would need this. Minus the vertex color, probably. But you would need this. And this is going to get you the same effect as quote-unquote triplanar without it being triplanar. By using only one mask texture. So if you want, quick, take a screenshot. It'll last longer. Or now you can rewind on YouTube. And then you can scale it. Which is basically how that's how these work. Right? You can see I'm scaling it up and down, but the texture, right, is still maintaining, like it's just tiling more and more, and tiles in all directions. And it still sticks to it. This is what you want. You don't want triplanar. Triplanar will move it. I mean, you can use triplanar, but this is probably what you want. Yes, because triplanar requires 3 times the texture samples. One for every axis. So yes, it is that much more costly. It's not literally 3 times because there's other math to be had that also costs a little bit, but it's like effectively like 2.5 times, you know, between 2 and 3 times more expensive. So you should use it when it makes sense to use it, basically. Don't use it just to use it. Like, for example, triplanar would be like really good. I don't know. I'm gonna use let me see if I can I find see if I can find a GIF of this specifically. No, not this. Basically, if you've seen Full Metal Alchemist, I can't find a GIF, the proper GIF of it right now. If you've seen something like Full Metal Alchemist, where basically you transmute the ground and the ground kind of goes up and creates like a form, right? It's basically, it's like it grows. It doesn't move like a liquid. It just forms. And then triplanar is perfect. It's the same texture. It's just moving up and revealing itself in that shape. Like for stuff like that, it could be a really cool effect. Can you explain to a noob and what part is the cost? This texture sample. Instead of 1, there's 3. They all have the same texture. So you're tripled the cost of this. Because now there's 3. Last time you explained TriPlanar, you saw something about people only using in terrain or really big model. Yeah, that's typically where you want to use it. That's where I used it. Like, I had a project where we had to, where I had to texture full buildings, full concrete buildings, the different colors of concrete and stuff. And right, it's just the full building. We had to texture it, and it had to like look where you could zoom in on it. So how do you do that? Well, you can do it with a triplanar, and then you don't need to worry about seams. So you can do a triplanar thing, and then you can make it modularly. And the modular pieces at that point, that's fine. They'll line up, even if it's overlapping, even if it's slightly off, it'll still all blend together beautifully. So like at a large scale, yeah, it's fantastic. You know, you'll get the benefits at that point are worth the cost. Because the alternative is you now need to manage the UV scale between, I don't know, several dozen assets, and in my case, between several artists potentially and other stuff. If it's one person doing it and they know what they're doing, right, they can do it, and it'll all work together beautifully in UVs, and it all lines up, right? But why not? So yeah, that's kind of it. Close you. Okay, so we have this. And I'm going to have the old one open just so I have reference for it. I can close you. So, let's put you in. Right, I need to put you in the corner because we adjusted it where it's in the corner. Okay. So, oh, you know what? We want to put it where... So this is what's going to start triggering the walls. What if I make it so when you go in, because right, our issue was for a bit was if you go in and you just jump out, then it doesn't like load properly. What if you go in and then there's like once you're like in it triggers. So there's a little bit of like that, like it's an inner thing of the room, or it's an inner thing of a slightly once you're inside the room, there's a timer, and if you're still inside that room after a certain amount of time, then things happen. And I think that might work better. So I'm going to set it up like this. And basically it's going to be, once I'm in here, let's wait a second. And after a second, if I'm still in the room, then we do something. Okay. So, spawner is enabled. So at this point, we've entered in. We could do a delay or a timer. Let's do a timer. We could do basically a delay with a branch check. I feel like a timer would just make it easier. Let's do timer by event. And this is player in room. It's gonna activate after 1.5 seconds. So after 2 seconds. And I'm gonna do on instead of begin overlap, on end overlap. Switch to a variable. Room activate timer. And basically, when we do this, assuming that it is wait, I might not need this, so I'm going to detach this for now. And I'm gonna just check is player controlled. So we're only gonna do this if it's player controlled. Because right now I don't need the player reference at the current moment, so I'm not gonna bother casting because there should be no reason to. Same thing here. We're going to check if it's player controlled. If it is, clear the timer. So if within a second and a half I end up leaving, or within 2 seconds I end up leaving the room, it does not activate. I'll do a little print string here. Room activated. Room deactivated. And already with this, we should be able to test it. So if we go to our lockout testing, room deactivated. I come in here. Room activated. Deactivate it, and then I come out, and then go back. Right. One. Deactivated. Each time it is activated. Excellent. Why is it failing to read the instigator? Oh, is it because it's trying to also, it might be checking things like the moving walls, and it's technically overlapping. So, can we just do a validate get if this is valid? Actually, we might not even need to do that. Because what are we overlapping right now? We're overlapping a lot. We're overlapping static and dynamic. We don't need to. We only need to overlap pawns. Ignore everything else. Just overlap pawns. Oh man.
Pausing for ads.
Already? Okay. Hey, it's been already 30 minutes? Holy crap. Well, Yeah, apparently it's already been 30 minutes. Time flies. Yeah, so today's drink of choice is due to me needing to like sign a few things recently. I end up getting some pens. I don't really need the pens anymore, so basically I don't want to waste the ink. So I just poured out all the ink into here, and we're just gonna drink the ink. I think it's a better use of my resources, so the money is not wasted. Yep. Tastes squiddy for some reason. I'm not sure why. But now I don't have a, ink problem. Say, I want to see your tongue. No. I don't know what kind of weird kinks you have, but no tongue for you. Also, I got a notice from Twitch that they added like some new perks to you guys when you do like bits. Like you can do, what they had. So just like free extra stuff, so people can modify their messages now, and I guess make big emotes. Like make their emotes like considerably bigger, take out multiple lines. Here. I'll show this. Oh, that's already done. Yeah, like interesting power-ups. Unleash special effects with bits. So I guess you can like make your message like actually like have effects now. You can also do like on-screen stuff. And yeah, send very large emotes. I was like, that's pretty cool. I mean, this is just like extra stuff they added. You want me to give you some bits? No, I'm just showing this because I think this is cool. Because this is like just extra stuff like people can do that. Because some people have been throwing bits at me, which I really appreciate, but it's not required. The point is, now people can get a little bit extra out of it as well. And I like that. I like it when the viewer gets stuff as well. That's it. That's all I wanted to show. It's just I didn't see this coming. It's not like a big deal, but it's just like it's nice. That's all. Okay. So, the whole room activation is working. Now, what I want to do, because this is no longer airing out, because it's now checking just for the pawn. What we need to do is get a reference to the game mode. So basically we need to probably just cast the game mode. Yeah. Get game mode. Cast to the game mode. Game mode reference. Yeah, so at the beginning we now have a reference to the game mode. We don't need to do it multiple times. So now we can do this and then do activate room. and deactivate room. Now, right now, once we activate the room, we won't be able to get out of there, but that's fine. Ah, room activated. Okay, right? So now we need to, well, for now, let's just make it, a little sequence here, just so we can do, a delay after, 2 seconds. We'll just we will do this. We'll basically clear it after 2 seconds. That way, right, we're in, there's the room activated, and there's the room deactivated. Yay! Why are you sad? The sun isn't out too much right now. Thankfully. Let's make this like 10 seconds. Okay. So, what we need to do now, not big enough. You feel scammed? It's not automatic. If you do an emote, it's not automatically bigger. Wait, hold on, wait. It says use 30, wait, it says you use 30 bits. I didn't even get a note. I guess the notifications aren't set up for it yet. So thank you for the bits, but wait, did you use the right one? What did you redeem? Out of curiosity. I appreciate the 30 bits. The 30-bit one. Gigantify an emote. Wait, select an emote to gigantify and use in chat. Why do I see none? Oh, it's because I'm in my own dashboard and I need to go to yeah, I don't even have an option of selecting an emote. Why is it it should be ZJI. Yeah, it's ZJI. I can't, so the crochet without the N, I can't control that. Because it's basically the first 6 letters of your username become the what is on Twitch. And I can't change that unless I become partner. So because my name online happens to be 7 characters instead of 6, the N gets removed. And I can't change it. So if you guys want to, you know, spread the word and get me to partner, then yeah, we can modify it so it's not crochet. You know, then it could change. Which is also the YouTube ones also, like my emotes also have that prefix just to keep it consistent. But yeah, that's why. Proc is 5 letters. Proc is 4 letters. What? I think your math is off. But thank you for the 30 bits. It's like, I don't know if it's fully functioning because, so here, if I come here, if I open the stream up, right? and I come here and I gigantify an emote, there's nothing here. I don't have any option. Did you have options of emotes? Because I have no options to. Also, dear God. You round up because it's a capital P. Oh, I don't believe you. Yeah, I see no option to select an emote here. The message effects I can select. Oh, wait. Oh, is it because I have 0? No? Is it because I have 0 bits? Yeah, like I select this, but I can't. There's no emote. I can't select any emote. But I don't know if it's because I have no bits, or it's because I have my own. It's my own thing. I have no idea. No idea. No. I'm just saying. Like I want to see if I want to test it myself to see if it works. But I realize I can't test it. Because it's not working for me, and I don't know if it's not working for me because it said it wasn't working for me. Well, thank you for the 30 bits. It's not showing larger for me. Is it showing? Are you seeing it larger? Show me in Discord. Do it. Yeah, on my side, I don't see it, or at least in my view, I don't see it larger. Oh, so it is working. Okay, so here's what I'm seeing. On Twitch's own, what's it called? Dashboard, right? I'm reading chat from the dashboard, not from my own thing. So, here's what I see. That ain't bigger on my side. And I feel like it needs to be bigger on my side. So it's good to see that it's working on you. This is why I was confused. Because on my side is just the regular thing. So that's what I was like, did it not work? I was confused. I think here it should be bigger here as well. I think they didn't quite do it. Yeah. But at least it works on your side, I guess. Okay, well, coming back to here. Thanks for testing it. Good to know that it's not working on freaking Twitch dashboard. You missed the last minute. You had to check something. You'll recap on YouTube. Okay. It wasn't that important. It's okay. Okay. So what we need to do is, before we activate the room, we need to check if we should activate the room. Someone hit your gate and it's 11 p.m. I'm sorry. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Hopefully the gate is fine. So we need to check basically the whole blood spilled, mechanic. So the way we were doing it before was we're now wearing the spawn items. Don't care about hidden wall toggles. The doors in the room. This. We're checking this. And we're checking if it was basically we're getting to see if there was any anything to spawn, like any mobs to spawn. Because if there's no mobs to spawn, then what's the point? So here we're going to get all of the overlapping. So this is where I was doing the overlapping actors. Come here, come to this thing. What type is this? We look at collision. This is world static. We want to do I want a new object type. Yeah. Let's go to collision, object channels, room manager, ignore, accept. And now I can make this room manager. It is of type room manager. And here I can say overlap room manager. I could have made it dynamic, I guess. But this makes it, I think, easier. Actually, for this, I'll make it room manager. I'll overlap room manager. Okay. So we'll print string. The gate is fine to know what it was. You heard a noise and went check. Maybe like a raccoon. Could it be a raccoon? Or an animal like that exists where you are? I don't know what animals there are like that. There are no raccoons. Yeah, I don't know what animals exist. There. Okay, I'm gonna put 2 locations here. And so we can test it. I need to do it here. Oh, it could be a rat. Oh. Why? Wait. Is it? I need to set it to be block, not overlap, right? I think I need to set it to be block. Why is nothing working? Yeah, the room manager's here. Timer. Overlap. What did I do? What did I break? What? How did I... Pawn is still on overlap. The hell did I do? Oh. It's because we made this room manager, and we need to make it so my character works with it now. Oh. Lock. Hey, Gregory, welcome in. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, and congrats? I'm not sure. I don't know if I should say congrats or what the proper thing to say there is. Oh, this is the sprite. Here. Room manager. Lock. Okay, there we go. There's the overlap. Okay. That was my problem. What happened? What broke? Okay, so this is not working, but this get overlapping actors is returning nothing. And that is because of the same thing where I need to set it to be blocking and not overlapping. We're on here. Room mat. Did I not? This needs to be block. Hey, Stormrun, welcome in. How's it going? Added. There we go. So it's now detecting it. Okay. Ah, okay. So now it's... Okay. Well, easy solution to this. Let's convert this to validated get, and now no non-instigators are just gonna ignore them. There we go. Problem solved. Yeah, it's going well. How about yourself? Hope all is good. So if this is greater than 0, then we want to do activate the room. Here we go. I don't know if this counts. No, I have to leave it and come back in. Back. Come in. And 1, 2. Walls come up. After 10 seconds, wall come down for testing purposes. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Also, I'm going to... where's my door thing? I am going to just remove all the doors. You're already wealthy? Well, congrats. Setting up on turn-based games. Nice. Game's going good. You have to take a break from making it so you can figure out how you want your battle system to work. That is a good thing to take a break from. That is very good. Yeah. Okay. We'll need to adjust the minimap, but that seems like it's working. So, okay. Let's go ahead. How do we want to do this in order? Let's bring this room manager into all the levels. Yep, let's bring it into all the levels. And then go from there. You know what? I could probably just go in here and grab the what's this? The doorways. Oh, I thought I opened the spawn room, but clearly I did it. Room manager. Paste. Paste. Paste with 30 up. No. What's the verticality in this? $23.5. Um, 88 by 88. More? 90? 90. 90 is good enough. Oh, and it's only a single level. Excellent. 90 by 90 by 35? 32? I'm putting it at. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Oh, no. You stay as you were. So thankfully, placing in all of these levels is really easy. And then we can go ahead and... Oh. Test it all. Test it all. 90, 90. There you go. Also need to make these walls a little shorter because they're kind of technically getting out of the room. And it's fine. For now, it's fine. I say every time so I don't have to like stop what I'm doing. Okay, almost done here. This room test, let's keep it. Spawn room's done. Wire room. Oh, done. Have I worked for a game company before? No. I want to. I genuinely want to. Like, that's what I want to do. But just haven't gotten a chance to. And the industry right now is in a rough state as it is. So finding work is hard in general. You're here because I'm chronicling the actual game building process as opposed to doing tutorials? I mean, yeah, the tutorials are for the YouTube videos. And I think this weekend I'm going to be doing the real-time PCG stuff. You make your own to get 50 million players in a month like Pal World? I don't know if I can do it like Pal World. You know? But, you know, if I can make my own game, I'll be happy. You know? Well, at least I'll be satisfied. Happy is a strong word. Satisfied is the appropriate word. Yeah, I enjoy. This is like a great, you know, one. It's a great experience, and it's fun. I genuinely enjoy like working on a game, and all this stuff is like really fun. You want to learn asset building better? You can delete the basic cube in Blender. I mean, I think you've reversed the. Usually, when you're building an asset, you create something. You're doing the opposite. You're deleting assets. I don't know why Blender starts with a cube and the light and all that. Like, why the cube? Why does it make everyone always delete the cube to start with? Well, not always delete the cube, but like in majority of times, they're gonna delete the cube. I don't know why. Oh, this is too tall. Hold on. Did I make a mistake? Oh, I did. I did make a mistake. That's why the math wasn't mathing. It's because I made it too tall. One thing I'm going to need to do is also make it so you can't get out. Thank you so much for the 20 bits. Good guts. Yeah, all the things will need to get updated in terms of like the notifications and stuff. You don't think this one worked? What does it look like on your side? It's not going to make your message bigger. It's supposed to highlight it. Like, it's supposed to make it, like, depending which one you choose, it's supposed to, like, highlight it or something. It's not going to be bigger. Procedural modeling is the way to go? I mean, absolutely. This isn't me. This is Twitch. Plain Twitch. The problem is I can't... Oh, yeah, your message even on... Yeah, even on regular Twitch, it looks the same. Discord, okay. Yeah, it looks exactly normal. That's pretty much what I see on my side too. So first you heard of procedural modeling? Procedural modeling is awesome. It's the way to go. I've done a little bit with procedural modeling and the Unreal's geometry scripting. Like, it's good. It's just, yeah, it wasn't wasn't ready. Let's put it that way. So I didn't really pursue it very much. Although, did geometry scripting get an update in Unreal 5.4? Geometry scripting. Hey, Johan, welcome in. Have I tried it, Houdini? I've tried learning Houdini. The problem with Houdini and learning it, at least for me, is the terminology is different in Houdini. And if you don't know the terminology, you're not going to get anywhere for the same thing. Like, merge is weld, I believe. So if you don't know it's called weld, when you're Googling, you're just never going to find the answer because you're just using the wrong term. And also, Houdini doesn't have a lot of like tutorials like Unreal does, right? On like YouTube. So it's, and each version, like going to like Unreal or Houdini 17 if you're on 19, like things are like really different. So it's not even like you can just easily follow the tutorials. So I tried. I think I have Houdini Indie right now, still for a little while longer. It's just been really like, it was just difficult to get into. Yeah. Like, but I have used Houdini for retopology and UVs and like basic stuff to like to use with my workflow, but not to create like full models from scratch. You want to make your own 3D characters and item objects? Characters are really difficult. Good luck. I mean, it depends what kind you're making, but like if you're going to more realistic, yeah, especially. You watched a bunch of Houdini videos on the concept of procedural modeling? Yeah. There's a ton of them. How do you set realistic goals for yourself when pursuing game dev? Also, what did you find is the best way to learn for yourself? Tutorials, documentation, etc. Best way for realistic goals? My goal is to make a game. That's it. There's no deadline. Because why do I need to make a deadline for myself? It's just going to add stress that I don't need. I have no one to appease except myself. And it being done sooner, but in a shittier manner where I feel like some things aren't ready, it's just not going to be good for anyone. So for me, I'm not stressed because I'm going to work on it until I feel it's ready. If that takes longer, then it takes longer. I'm not going to be rushing it out. The best way to learn for myself is videos. I'm a visual learner. I do tutorials. I cannot read documentation to save my life. Like, it will tell me what to do step by step in a documentation. I'll read it, but it won't click. But if I see it, just 5 seconds of it, I'm like, okay, cool. Makes sense. And then I can gather 20 other things from that little 5-second snippet that will make sense to me versus reading like full page documentation. It's just in one eye, I guess, and out the other. Normally it's ear, but you're not listening. You're looking at it. You're reading it. Yeah, plus Unreal has no documentation as far as I'm concerned. If you're stuck on some kind of node in a blueprint and you want to find what that node does and how to use it, you're never going to find anything. So Unreal has no documentation. I do tutorials. Or I started with tutorials. And keep in mind, there's two ways of watching tutorials. There's the, you just watch a tutorial, and then there's the, you're trying to get something specific out of the tutorial. Because you can watch a tutorial and then maybe even copy what they did and then move on to the next tutorial and copy what they did, but you're not going to get anywhere. What you need to do is watch the tutorial and maybe take like one thing they did out of it. Okay, well, you know, they're using this one node here. Like, cool. Well, there's 10 other videos on how to do this on YouTube. Let's watch them as well. Okay, this one does it this way, this one does it this way, this one does it this way. The result is different here, the result is different there, the result is different there, and this is what the differences are. Okay, now I know why they're doing it all, because I've seen like very multiple versions of it. So I can go and like, okay, for what I want to do, I wanted this, this, and this, and then you make your own. Right? So now yeah, you've watched the tutorials, but you weren't watching it just like, hey, and mindlessly copying. You're like, you're gathering things. Sometimes I'll watch a tutorial on something I've already know, just to see if they use a node that I've never used. If maybe I'll learn about a new node, maybe I'll learn like a technique they were using that, you know, I'm like, cool, now I know that, and that's what I've got out of it, this tutorial. That's good enough for me. I'm moving on, right? I don't treat it as this is the only way. Like, you gotta learn to problem solve, basically, for yourself. You got hooked on Blender early on, and now you're theory locked. What procedural textures? Procedural textures is basically like, yeah, automatic generated textures. They're really cool. I don't do like Substance Designer. I do like layered custom masks, stuff like that, where you get the final result. You learn Unreal by watching the same tutorial video over and over. I mean, hey, if that works for you, yeah, do it. I like to watch different ones. Just see how when I was learning how to do an inventory system, I watched, I think, like 5 different inventory system tutorials series. Just see what they did, and they each one did differently. Things differently. Some things were the same, and then once things started to click, okay, they're all doing this the same. Okay, so this is how you do that, probably. But these guys are doing this differently. This guy's doing this differently. Okay, what do I like? What do I not like about like what their end result and how things are being managed, etc. Let's say procedural texture has limited application game dev. No, it has lots of application game dev. Lots. It'd be hard to learn. You've been learning Houdini for a year and a few months, and you find it fascinating. It's amazing. It's a great piece of software. It is one of those things where if you're good at Houdini, I mean, you're good at Houdini. But you're a Houdini guy then, because it takes a lot of. It's like an animator. People are just like animators. They're not like generalists and an animator. A good animator is just an animator. And because it takes that much skill to be a good animator. I think the same thing for Houdini. They started remaking Pokemon Coliseum from the GameCube? That sounds awesome. But the Pokemon game would be easy? So many structures and widgets? Yeah. You build a stadium, a cathedral, many procedural assets, you get addicted to it. And there's Houdini Engine for UE5. Yeah, that's my experience. A lot of it is Unreal Engine for UE5. I played around with getting things to go from Houdini to Unreal, where I could pipe in. One of the things I did, I would need to look into how to do it again, was pipe in any object into Houdini, and then it'll just go ahead and basically chisel all the corners and pipe out a new static mesh for you with, like, you know, the broken up corners. So you don't need to make those like softer corners for yourself where like all those edges should be like chiseled and broken up. It does that automatically. Right? It's great for that. Pipe it in right into Unreal. Play with it all together. Makes sense. They give it a great answer. Yeah, absolutely. It's more important to understand how things can be used rather than just one use for something. Yeah, absolutely. Basically, you know, like a lot of times people will watch a tutorial and then they'll be like, I don't know how to do X thing, but X thing was basically explained in the tutorial. It's just instead of this one thing, you just use this other thing and you just pipe it in. It's basically the concepting is the same. You just swap, you know, like it's like, how do you make someone showed you how to make a fruit bowl with apples, and you're like, well, how do I make a fruit bowl with pears? Well, swap the apples for the pears and you can do the same thing, right? But some people, that doesn't click. And that's the like problem solving that you kind of have to develop for yourself over time. And once you like get good with it, it will click. And then you can start, okay, well, I understand this, how to make a fruit bowl. What goes in the fruit bowl doesn't matter. I can put multiple things. Hey, I can put apples and pears. Oh, maybe I have some watermelon too, right? And all of a sudden, like, okay, I understand the concept of and what everything is I need to do. And I just need to know, okay, well, how do I just add fruit? Cool. I can continue from there. Cosmeteer has been working on. Guy's been working on for 10 years. Nice. I mean, as long as he's happy with the progress. 10 years is a long time though. Check Jonathan. His ceiling is the dude is a beast out of this world. Maybe. Yeah, some of the Baroque ceilings are like insane. You made Pokemon Coliseum? It works by a variant finished, but it works. We've earned a new room after 2 seconds. Why? Oh, it's because we didn't add in any of the mob spawners in the rooms. I forgot to add the mob spawners. At least a few. So, just a few here. I'm gonna copy you and just put you in. There we go. No one's getting fame and wealth doing Doom clones? I mean, no one's getting fame and wealth doing clones, usually. Just period. Right? If you make a clone, then people will just play the original. But if you make some, like, a Doom-inspired game and, put your own twist on it, people will play it. If you made, right now, a Doom game, but plays like Doom, everything is like Doom, except instead of instead of these grotesque creatures and aliens and monsters, right? Make it like rainbow unicorns and like happy gumdrop, like candy people. Same gore, same everything. Just make it like a rainbow of a place. Obviously, you need to like have your own gun version, right? But just as gory, just as everything else, people will play the shit out of your game. I almost guarantee you, because that sounds amazing. But effectively, it is Doom, just an entirely different like theme / setting. And I bet you people will enjoy the hell out of that. Because, right, people play Doom not for the story, they played it for the gameplay. So if the gameplay is good, people will enjoy it. And then all of a sudden it's just silly fun where it's now, hey, you're now doing it yeah, on different level now. I'm sure people will play it. Now, will people call you out? Probably. Will people care? No. Okay. Problem is, you always get to about 5,000 lines of code and your brain can't grasp your creation anymore. I mean, that's fine. Then move on to something else, in the meantime. Aha! Room is locked. Okay. After 10 seconds, it'll unlock. I mean, right now it's after 10 seconds because that's what we just set it to for testing. And then I can go in here And there it is. It's locked again. Now it's taking currently 2 seconds to lock. Maybe we decrease it a little bit. 1, 2. Yeah, let's make it a little bit quicker. One might be too quick. Yeah, that looked good. So the main thing, right, is if is there 2 rooms next to each other? No, okay. Yeah, after a second, this one turns on. Now it's too far. This is just a big. I also realized that these like really open areas won't be that open in the end because I'm gonna have to you're gonna populate stuff here. So right now these are 4 rooms kind of in the corner. So if I can also stand right here and not have it spawn anything, which is good. But right, if I come from here, I'm not turning off the spawner yet. But if once it goes down, if I come from here and I go through this room but don't stay in it for a second, but stay for it shorter, it doesn't activate that room, activate this room, which is good. And this is just an edge. That's the game loop concept that you're talking about, the gameplay. I mean, that write things down. Make a game document. If you haven't made a game document, make a game document. Figure out like your entire game. Figure out what you're going to be doing, how is it going to work, what do you need, etc. Like before you start writing code, you should make a game design document. Basically, make it a little bit longer. 0.25. Okay. One of the metas you're starting right now is the inventory limits minigame that is popular right now. Is the inventory limits minigame? I do not know it. Is it a mobile game? It is not one I'm familiar with. Okay, I close you. We need to spawn the mobs. Where am I spawning the mobs? Check if force doors for the boss rooms. No, we don't need that. Spawn mobs. Here it is. And do I still have, yeah, I still have the spawn mobs. Okay. So min-max enemies. We no longer need this open doors. So this is if the length is greater than 0. But if it's, we don't need to check this anymore because the check is done already for us. And then we do all of this. Okay, so what we can do is remove that. So when we have this room activated, we can also then spawn mobs. And then ah, there you are. That's one. Wait. Oh, it's because all of these right now have the minimum maximum range to be 1. So, yeah, makes sense. Ooh, hold on. What's going on? Access none trying to it's because that's the whole landed thing, which we no longer need. Yeah, we don't need any of this. Don't need you. Okay. Instead of other games, like instead of Rust, developers have done a bunch of work with the inventory system. It's a huge part of the game. I feel like that's the inventory system isn't the game, right? You don't. No one's gonna be like, "Oh my god, you gotta play that game because the inventory system is so good." I've never heard that in my life. People will be like, you know, that game is really good, and you know, it has a good, you know, inventory management system, but that's like, it'll be a sentence maybe that they'll mention about good things about the game, but it's never gonna be like the reason to play a game. It's a big part of the crafting games. Yeah. But what you're enjoying is the crafting game. If the inventory system worked differently, you would still enjoy the game and the crafting. If it's just, it helps if the inventory system is fluid and works with the crafting system. But it's not the reason why it's a good game. All right. It's just a piece of it, basically. I have levels to not drop items. And I think I'm not gonna... Oh, this is spawn items. I'm gonna need to rechange that as well. But let me go here. Minimum enemies is 1. Max, I'm gonna set it to 10 or 5 by default. Yeah, this is all fine. There's no navigation yet, but now we can we can test this. So right when we go into a new room, things close and enemies spawn. If we can, yep, there's one, and there's there's another. So all of that is working great. Let's... so we need to make it so we need to clear the mobs.
Pausing for ads.
We need to clear the mobs. Okay. Ooh. Something else? Okay. I'll fix that after the ads. Thank you so much for the 20 bits. Appreciate it. Did it show up this time? Did the message effect work? Did you choose a different one? No? on, Twitch. Don't say you've added a feature and it doesn't quite work. For those who don't know, yeah, it's supposed to do this. Right? It's just things above it or this like nice glow. And yeah. Also, which is weird, they cut it off before they press the button to send the bits. I don't know why the video's cut off there. Who thought that was a good idea? Come on, Twitch. Yeah, I like press it. I want to see like it come up, but no. This works. I don't know if this works. The problem is this does not show up in the creator dashboard, so I don't even see it. It shows up in the regular chat, apparently, but not where I'm looking, which is stupid. So hopefully they'll get these things fixed quickly. Okay, so this is where we're getting the player reference. Okay. So I do need the player reference. That's why I need it. So I mean, okay, then let's set the player. No, I don't need to set the player. There. On begin play, we have to get the game mode. Get player reference. Or bind event on what's it called? Bind event to player spawned. Player spawned. Get player reference. And basically we just need to get player reference and just store it as our player reference. So that way we don't need to do a cast. Yeah. I might need to do a tick delay on that. And you chose a different one and it still didn't work? Man, Twitch. Dropping the ball. Dropping the ball, Twitch. Dropping the ball. Okay, yeah. Delay until next tick. That should do it. Oh, wait, items are dropping. Okay. Sweet. Things are respawning, but don't worry about that. but only respawns the item once, which is good, but okay. It's so dark in this room. Okay, there we go. So the player reference now works. Yep, just need to delay a single tick because basically the game mode gets the information from the player once he spawned, but when this happens is when the player spawns and needs to like register this back to itself, and next tick this information then becomes accessible because it's now set properly. I could make it where it's like check if it's valid, if it's not valid, delay until next tick, and then, you know, keep going in a loop, but this is fine. This gets us what we want, which is excellent. Okay, so we have the room spawning and all the mobs, right? All good. So now, hello Earth, welcome. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. We definitely don't need this. We've eliminated any need for casting, which is great. Let's do this so that way easier. You anymore? Don't need you. Okay, so once the mobs are spawned, we need to let's find the reference. We don't care about setting this to be true anymore. So we don't need that anymore. It unbinds the event. And I'm gonna do spawn items, and we can do a custom event here. Mark a room cleared, which is going to make the spawner not enabled, and then clear and deactivate the room. Got my channel through the building series? Well, welcome in. Hopefully it was helpful. Somewhat. Yeah, remove this this now. So we should now be able to kill the enemies, and then the doors will open. Let's go in this room. And if I did that, and that, no. Okay, hold on. Is this triggering? So it's binding into this. So let me just make sure that this is triggering when I kill the enemies. Yes. It did trigger. Okay. So it is triggering properly. let's do let's do a print string of the total blood in level. Make sure that it's possible the total blood is not being set properly. $25. No, that is correct. I'm making ARPG? Not quite. I'm making kind of like Binding of Isaac with Dead Cells, Hades, kind of roguelike. Right now, I'm fixing up the rooms. Once you kill the enemies, they should open up. So we're making sure that is working. This is registering. Hey, Sutivu. Welcome in. How's it going? Let's see this. Oh, there's one. 87.5. I mean, it is. So, I mean, it is correct, right? Because it is doing all this, because it is spawning items. So, it is unbinding the event and is spawning the items. Oh. And then here, I guess I need to be doing... Oh, I didn't... I think the problem is I made the custom... I made this and I never assigned it. Good job, me. Good job, me. Streamer brain strikes again. Okay. Bam! And look at that. Room's open. Now, by default, I'm going to make it so... percent of blood to open doors is 100. So now, right, when we go inside a room, of course, well, the spawn room has this. Okay, so we need to make it so if a room has no no spawners, because or no mob spawners, because the spawn room shouldn't have any. So let's go to the spawn room. And let's remove these mob spawners, because we don't want those. And I guess it really, I mean, it's fine. It just should not do anything, but we will have scenarios where it's like the boss room, where the boss room will not have any of them, but we might need it to still lock itself. So let's add a new variable and locked or activate room. I need to force activate room. It'll be exposed. So basically, here, if it's greater than 0 or Boolean. Or force activate room is on, then we do this. But this will cause issues. I already foresee it, and we can test it with the spawn room. Because it will activate, and then it'll spawn mobs. So you know what? Instead of this, I'll just do a, if it's false, check if it's a force activate. So that way, and then all we do is activate rooms. There. So because we're not spawning the mobs, and if we're not spawning the mobs, then this whole part will not open. And then I can force the rooms to reopen, like for the boss. Once I kill the boss, I can force deactivate the rooms. This is, so far, a whole lot better than it was before. I don't need this anymore, but just in case, just make it red to know that I'm going to be removing it probably. This this is hidden shadows on. Which creates the UI. And I do that here. I'm pretty sure. Okay. No longer need this. Exit room exit / clear. Enter room. Make it all nice and organized now. This is all activate room. Okay. Looking good. So now that should be back set up. Okay, for the item spawning, I don't think I need to check if it's a room that I don't want typed in here, because we could just set up a new again, an override for the room, make it even easier. Disable item drop. Okay. So instead of all this, which was great, but this is even easier now. As long as the disable item drop is false, we don't need to do all of this. We need to Because we do need to do the card drop tag. Okay. So we still need to do this. Yeah. Because this checks whether or not it's one of the rooms that can drop a card. And that means in the game mode, we're adding this tag, right? We're getting all the actors, and we have a levels to not drop items. So, yeah, I guess that'll work. That works. It'll also, because we can't read inside of them, so we still need to do it this way here. But afterwards, once we're actually inside of this and we can read all this, we can just go this for disabling, which removes the extra like checking of the levels and everything. And then we do still need to do the check to see if this is one of the ones that is dropping a card, and if it is, it drops the card, otherwise it drops a random item. Okay. I think that's correct. I think that should all work. So this is now it's not open doors. I guess it's check for enemies defeated. Okay. This is part of that. Slight reorganization. Okay. Much better. I think this is a much better system. Now, I do want to do something about this cutout, right? Because that's not gonna work. So let's tweak that. We can change the radius. Now, 1,000 radius is... like, it's better, but I don't want to see... I basically don't want to see inside of them at all. So... I think we need to do... just a trace and make them invisible. And we could do this at the actor component level, because all of these will have an actor component. But I don't want every single one of them to be tracing. So the other way to do this is to do it. You can do it from the character or whatnot, because the character is the one who has the camera. The problem becomes we need to get a list of all of them And whenever we remove one, when we stop overlapping one, then it needs to be removed and made visible again. So tracing to hit something is accurate. I guess the way you do that is by doing a multi-trace, getting everything inside of it, and then every tick comparing. You would need to compare two arrays, effectively. The array of what it's triggering, and if something is in that array that isn't in the one that it was, then you add to it. But if something is not there that is in the other one, then you remove it to make them all the same, and then set that one back to being visible. You do a trace on character to the camera, and when hit using an interface to set the visibility. The problem with an interface and all of that is it requires a blueprint. These are regular static meshes. This needs to work with anything. This needs to work with any kind of actor of any kind, without me having to place specific blueprints with interfaces. So I think that's how we do it. So to summarize how we're going to do this, where's good old trusty paint? Because this should work. So we're going to be doing just a large sphere trace in front of us. And we're going to go pretty much to the character, I think. And it's only going to, I think, look for these guys. And we can do that by checking if it has the component. The actor component. If it does, then it's this wall. Okay. Snooze ads. And if it is, then add it to an array. Okay. Now, we can, instead of having it tick every frame, you can have it tick less often by doing a timer. We'll see. But then after you create this array, you store it into a like a local array, right? So then the next frame, it checks is this array the same as the local array. If it is, then cool, we're good. But if this one has an extra item, then it adds it here. But if this one has one fewer items, it checks which one is missing, removes it from this array, and sets it back to be visible. And when it adds it, it makes it hidden. Using tags for that, but if you only want the wall with movement, that works. Yeah, I only wanted to work on the ones with on these walls. So the way I've configured it is these walls are just static meshes with now just an actor component that gives them all the functionality I need. So each wall has this actor component. So that way, right now, they're cubes, but I can use blueprints. I can use static meshes. I can do whatever I want and just throw an actor component on them, and it gets me the same functionality. So I don't need to go and be like, oh crap, let me, configure it in this specific way, because that's how I fit, set it up. It has to be in this blueprint, but then I also want to add like other functionality, right? It becomes a mess. This way, I can just configure it with good old static meshes, throw an actor component on it, or if I want to, put a blueprint on there and throw this component on it, and we're good to go. So, yeah. Let's do it. Let's try it. I think we can test this better if I turn this off. Basically, if I'm here and I put them up, right? So we have this. Now, the one thing I do need to check, though, is it is set to exterior room wall for object type. Okay. So theoretically, we should be able to do this. So let's go to our character. Event tick. Custom event. Hide walls. And this is hide. And I can move it somewhere else later. Okay, so we need to do a sphere trace for objects. Make array. We're going for exterior room walls. The start will be the camera. Location, and the end will be forward vector multiply by the spring arm, get target arm length. It'll be the full length, and we can make this shorter or longer. You don't need to use tick for performance. Each 0.5 seconds. Yeah. I know. That's why. That's why when I set it up here, I said, yeah, this is gonna go bye-bye. That's why it's like this here. It's just temporary for just testing. It'll be just faster to test with it on tick, and then I'll put it on a timer. Yep. Radius. Let's just try 1,000. For duration, and if I bring this up, oh, it's not. Yours always in optimize when you code something? Yeah, I kept it in mind, and I even mentioned it. Like, as I was doing it, I said, this is just temporary. But when I'm prototyping, I'm not going to spend, like, an extra 15 minutes optimizing if I'm not 100% sure this is even going to work properly. That's going to be, that's me losing 15 minutes of work if it fails. If it succeeds, great. Everything's good. But if it fails, I lost 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, 15 minutes there. How many times am I going to fail before I find the solution that works best? And then I'll optimize. I don't optimize until like I know for sure this is going to work, or this is definitely the way we're doing it, kind of thing. I might move this entire thing out of this character. So moving this entire thing out of this character is easy to just cut it out and just plug this in like this, and I'm done. Like delete, right? So, yeah. Because maybe I'll put this in the game mode, and I have a reference to the player, so I can do it from the game mode.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
That's time. All your projects by default, you disable tick for all new actors? Really? So you're used to using timers? Yeah, I use timers for pretty much everything. Unless it needs to work on tick. Like if something needs to be actually a smooth animation, then obviously, what's it called? Obviously you need to do it on a tick. So, yep. But otherwise, if it doesn't need to be a smooth animation, then yeah, timers all the way. Absolutely. Why is this not tracing now? Does it need to trace for... Oh, I know why. I think that's why. It doesn't even do inquiry right now. Okay, ads are done. What I can do is that's on the yeah, I can do it to this. Still need to change this, I know. I see her wall. Ah. Okay. So, a couple of things that are good, a couple of things that are bad. The good thing is, it is kind of like width-wise what I'd want. The bad thing is, you know, I can do this specifically when rooms are activated and not when rooms are deactivated. And then I don't need to worry about it hiding like these guys, right? So if that's the case, then yeah, I'm gonna move it to the game mode. Let's move to the game mode. See? And now I save myself the trouble of needing to get all that and do all that and optimize, because now we're moving it, changing it. Yeah. If any empty actors on tick use a little bit of power depending on the parent, of course. So if a lot of them, they could be interesting optimization. Yeah. But I'm curious how much of a performance hit it is. As in, like... Actually, I should put this in all in function. Like, if you didn't versus you did, I would love to see what the performance difference is in the end. Because depending on what else you have in the world, right? Other things will do a lot more damage. So, yeah, I'd love to see it. It's probably hard to, like, test that, but it's one of those things I'd love to see, like, the real world. Collapse to function. Hide walls in the way. It depends on the depends on the actor type, your CPU, and the number of it. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things like it also depends on what platform you're, you know, planning to like use this on. it has so many like dependencies. Like if you're aiming for like high-end systems, it's probably not going to be like the optimization because of everything else is probably going to be like maybe point something percent difference, right? Well, at that point, maybe changing the try count or the like some other stuff. Why did I move to game mode? Because that's where I'm actually activating and deactivating the whole rooms going up and down. So I might as well do it there. Because I'm going to want it synced with it. I don't want it always hiding things. I want it to only hide things when the walls are up, not when the walls are down. Yep. I moved it to a function, but I'm going to need to do a timer, which I can only... So... Oh, no, it's fine. I think. We'll see. We worked on a huge open world, and they recently disabled all ticks and gained a couple FPS by changing basically nothing. Yeah. Awesome. Now, when you say a couple FPS, what was the base FPS? Did they go from, like, 118 to 120? Did they go from 30 to 32? Because that percentage difference is different depending on what FPS it was. Was it 200 to 202? Right? Like, I would need numbers. There's a lot like it's like the whole right. If you make everything in C++, it's gonna be faster, but no one can tell me how much. Because there's so many other things that can reduce performance that it's hard to like. You can crash a game with just too much geo, where it doesn't matter how optimized it is, like C++ or blueprints. It's not gonna make any difference. 2-3%, you guess? Yeah, that's why. Yeah. I mean, you're not a game dev anymore. I'm sure you're still a game dev. Still know all the stuff of game dev. Nah, you gotta think of yourself still as a game dev. Okay. So, assuming we hit something, which you probably did. In the studio, you mean? Ah, got it. Okay, so we can get all the information on these. So, assuming we hit something, we want to. Well, first of all, stored in a variable. Oh, not a local one. It needs to be a global one. Because we need to check it. It can't be a local one. Current hidden walls. Okay, so what we need to do is check a few things. Oh, but this is going to be complicated. Basically, first of all, we need to check if this is empty. Okay. If it's empty, then we just set it. Right, because that's really what we need to do first. The first time we do this, if it's empty, we set it. Also, this also needs to happen when it hits something. If it hits something, then we do this. if it hit nothing, that means for each loop of the current hidden walls, in case there is something here, set can't do set visibility. You can only do set after hidden game. That's fine. Not make it not hidden anymore. And then when complete, just clear. Because obviously, if we're not overlapping anything, then that's it. We're done overlapping. Didn't go well. Kind of worked. Kind of didn't. Doesn't look good. We'll try to figure it out tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I said. Like the method that I used probably won't work for you. That's why like the one I showed off at the beginning of the stream, the one I said like, you know, grab a screenshot. That's the one you want to use for your setup. So this is set all walls visible if nothing traced. I think the UVs is not right as well. Very tired now. I mean, yeah, it's late. But relax. Relax, get some good, you know, R&R, rest and relaxation. Have a good night. Okay, so if it's not empty, or if it is, all right, if it's empty, then we do here and then set actor hidden game. Okay. Okay, so if it's not empty, we check if this can I check if these are identical? Okay. So if they're identical, then we don't care. We don't do anything. The answer is always triplanar everything and none L2 Kappa. Yeah. Yeah, the way to do it for what he wants is kind of like how this is set up, which is right. You scale it and it tiles that way in all axes independently. That's what he needs for his setup. It's not triplanar. It's just a more custom system, and it sticks then. So, okay. So these are equal. Doesn't matter. That means we already set them as hidden. We're good. So theoretically, this. If I do activate room, and then bam. It's because I'm tracing the static mesh, not this thing. Yeah. That makes sense. It's because I'm tracing. How do I set? Okay, can I do then instead? A multi-trace. Trace by channel? Oh, why box trace? Multi-trace, sphere trace channel. But no, no, that won't work. Well, poop. Why can I not set? Actually, Lara have great procedural blockout mesh for that too. Oh, there you go. That'll work. Yeah. That's what we want, but yeah, I don't want to cast a static mesh actor just to set the response to a channel. Because ideally, I'd add this to blueprints or static meshes or whatever else that needed it. And they would just take care of everything. I mean, it's not a big deal for me to just manually set the collision stuff. I just wanted to avoid it because I was being lazy. Already has room wall. I could tell it to ignore all this stuff. Okay. Collision preset. Room wall. Ignore everything. You just ignore everything except exterior room wall. And just quarry only. Yep. Okay. Okay, so that's what's gonna be. That's fine. We'll just see. I'll just manually add the. I already did add the collision preset to these guys, but I was thinking of removing it down the line and just having it all piped in through the extra component to take care of it. But that's fine. Not a big deal. Okay, so right, if it's equal, we don't do anything. But if it's not equal, we basically need to see what's different. Which means I need to like split into multiple arrays. I'm probably overthinking this. I need to split it probably into multiple arrays of like what is fine and isn't. So I'll do a for each loop. And then here a for each loop. I can't check if they're equal. But I can check if the thing inside of them is equal. Yep. So no, I can't just check the length. Because here, easier to show this way. So let's say I have, 4 walls. Okay. Let's say these 2 have been overlapped. If I move to the left, I add this to the bottom, but which one am I removing here? And if I move this way, right, I need to know which one it is. Yeah, I have a new one and an old one. And so I need to keep the old ones, but remove the new ones and see which one's which. And so I need to compare if the new ones are the same as the old ones. So if it's the same, let's do a for each loop with break. Because if it found a match, we don't need to continue. So at least I can save a little bit here. So if it found a match, I need to match found. If it found a match, then Right, then we take this one and return local variable. This is matched array. And new array is also what I need. That's weird that you don't have a node just for that. For what? For which part that they don't have a node? Oh, like comparing ones, seeing what's different between two arrays. I wonder. I mean, let's see if they do. Find a difference between two arrays. Ah, you know what we can do? We could just check a contains. We could check a contains. Contains would tell me if it's a new thing. And then we can do the opposite. We could do contains within itself, between the two. If one contains the other, then it's there. And yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Okay. So we check if this oh, but we still need to do a loop. We still need to do loops for these. Ooh, no. This is gonna be false if the place it hit is different, because that. So I actually need to. I need to store the objects that were hit. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure this will always return false because it's not gonna. The location of the hit will be different, and so the hit information is different. So I need to make an array of all the hit actors. Yeah, that's what I'm using here. This is the identical node. So instead of this out hits, I need to make an array of the hit actors. Otherwise, this is not going to work. So okay.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Good thing I realized that now. Because, yeah, down the line, this would be a lot more of a pain to fix. But yeah, of course, hit actors will never be the same because they're hit at a different location, a different position, etc. But the hit actor will always be the same because that's all we care about is the hit actor. It's more complex than we think to compare array items. Yeah, it's a kind of a because you can compare them to see if they're equal, if they're the same, but as soon as you want to get to see like what's new in one or what's old, then it's like don't like the loops but no choice. Yeah, I don't know any other way besides loops, because you need to go through everything in the array and see if it is contained in another array, right? I don't see another way of doing it. This is still better than the original method I was going to do. But yeah, because we have to do this twice. We have to do it in one way and then the other way. Okay. Ads are done. Okay, so we need this. Detach all of this. Create this from scratch. So if I hit something, then we're doing this. Yeah, if it didn't, it's doing this. So we're taking this array and we're making an array of actors. Hidden walls. Add unique. Make sure that's unique. And then here we're going to be clearing the hidden walls. And doing a for each loop here. That we're just going to set them all to be visible. Okay. The easy way is set all visibility to true, clear the local one, and hidden the new, but flickers maybe. Easy way is set the all visibility to true, which is what I'm doing. I'm setting all the visibility to true. And yeah, and I'm clearing the local one. And clearing the global one, because the next time it goes through, it needs to. I believe. Okay, hold on. This is... It's not hidden walls, it's traced walls. This needs to be replaced with... yeah, we're doing traced walls, and then currently hidden walls is the other one we're going to need. Okay. So we did this. Once this is complete, then we check if the currently hidden walls is empty. Because if it is, then we set the currently hidden walls as the traced walls. You're not looking at the screen? Oh, you're good. You're good. So that becomes accurate. And then for basically, we need to do a for each loop here, because this is and set them all to be hidden. Right? So if it's empty, if it's the first time it's done this, it's going to take everything and make it hidden. Which we can already test. Yep, and it does. Excellent. Okay. So now comes the part where we stopped before. So now if it's not empty, right, we need to check if the currently hidden walls and the traced walls are identical. If they are, we don't do anything. Because they're the same, we don't need to change anything. Yeah. But if they're not, we now need to see both scenarios. So I'll do this probably as a sequence, just to make it easier to navigate. You want to compare it? No need to do that if you clear each time. The only time I'm clearing is if I'm somehow not overlapping any wall. And the other time I'm doing this is if I have the walls come down, then I'm going to stop it and it's going to be cleared. So, but while I'm in the room and moving around, this will be like live updating. So I do want to compare basically live as I'm moving around the level. Every other time, yeah, it's going to be cleared and I'm going to reset it. So this is all being built assuming that I am currently in the level, the walls are up, and I'm moving around, and so things are being added and removed from this trace. Okay, so we're basically going to do a for each loop on both of these. And we're going to see if one contains the other. Okay. Yeah, this is assuming that they're not identical. Okay. So let's do this one at a time so I don't get confused. So this is, we're going through all of the current walls, or the currently hidden ones, and we're seeing what has been removed. Because oh, sorry, we're looking through the traced walls, and we're seeing which one of them is already in the current ones. So if these match, then we don't do anything. If they don't match, so if I'm probably confusing myself, but so if there's no if the current walls that I've selected are not there, if that current wall isn't there, that means it's been removed. And if that's the case, then we need to make it visible. Okay. So we make it visible, but also we're going to remove it. We're going to remove it down the line from that array. We can't do it while it's running this loop. So I can make this local variable. currently hidden walls to remove. All right, so it's going to go through all of them. If it does not exist, then we now have a list of them. It's also been made visible. And then you don't need to compare two arrays. You just need to make all the walls visible and check the new array contain or not. Oh, I understand now what you meant. Yeah, we can make them all visible and then check again. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Let's try it. That's what you meant by it might flicker. Okay. Got it. That makes sense. Thank you. Let's try it. So, if they're not the same, then let's do the, well, we go through all the currently hidden walls. And we set them to be not actually not hidden. And then we go ahead and once that is done, take our, can I just go traced walls becomes currently traced, and for each set it to be hidden. So we just do this. Let's see. I don't think it'll flicker, but let's find out. So what I can do is here set timer by function name, half second, looping. You can make a branch before the set visible and check if it contains an old one, not flicker then. You can make a branch before the set visible and check if it contains the old one. Oh. So it doesn't automatically, got it. Yeah, that's a good one. Because if the traced walls contains this old one, then we don't need to set it to be hidden and be visible again. So let's do a not boolean. Yeah, that makes sense. It is removing, it is not re-adding. They're not coming back. Why? It's not empty. It's not the same. Because they're always adding to the array. Oh. Thank you. I didn't clear the array. No, it's being cleared here. The traced walls are getting reset. The currently hidden walls, it's resetting it back to what it was right here. So it is resetting. After it's done. I'm gonna re-add this. I just want to make sure that this is not the problem. So it is not the same. It goes through all the currently hidden walls. Oh, the currently hidden walls were never set because this went here. So this hit. It set them here. But it never cleared them here. Yep. I see. Yep. So, away. Clear. So we get the new ones. There we go. Aha! And the walls are still there. Now, okay, so it's now working the way I want, but I want something even more awesome. We probably don't want to go as far on that one. Do arm length, like subtract 500. The actual radius of the sphere is just having it go much further effectively. Maybe even less. I mean, more here. 750? What I think I'm gonna do now is I might want to make it that it animates down. Like this right here, how it's animated. I might want to do an animated thing. It's because it's very wide. So I guess it makes sense that it does this. This is gonna be like a matter of just playing around. Really? I'm just gonna what is the target arm length right now? general. I mean, I don't know why I'm printing it. I could just look. 2,500. Okay. So, and plus 1,000 makes it 3,500. So that's why. So minus 1,000 put me at the player, and if I want a little bit less, it's like minus 2,000 probably is where I'd like fine with it. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Some things need to be like ironed out, but you know what? Okay. I'm just gonna you know, say it's good. And then now if I don't want them disappearing and I want them moving down, I could put an interface in the actor component. Ooh. And then have it. And then have it move down. Then. Because I would like to do that. Oh no. Blueprint interface. Exterior walls. Ooh, no, this wouldn't work. Because I want to lower the walls. But because we clear it and reset it, I can't have it lower and then come back up. And then back down, right? Because that all takes time. So this wouldn't work with the system. Like I can have it come down and then pop up. No. So I have the function, right? Because right now I have the going down and going up. That's not the problem. Like if I go to here. Right. So here's the walls, right? So they go up and down, and they can go up and down like nice and smoothly. The trace isn't stopping because I haven't told it to stop yet, right? So it's like it's all doing this very nicely. The problem is we just set it up where it is we're clearing, we're setting them back to like visibility, and then we're setting them back to hidden, right? Oh, also but the problem becomes, I guess with this it might work. It might work. See if it'll work. Okay. lower walls. And raise walls to X. I don't have that much time to test this, but you know, maybe it'll work. So lower walls and raise walls to max. So for the lower walls, we have this. Do I need to do anything here? No. I can just do this. For the raise walls, I should just do this. You can access the component and do all the things there without interfacing. You can access the component. Oh. That is a good point. I could get components by class. That is a good point. Good call. At 9 p.m. Brain no function. Raise walls to X. Yeah. No. 6 a.m. Wait. You have a kappa there. Does that mean it's not actually 6 a.m.? Or are you a bit... It is? Why are you up so early? Okay, so here, get a component by class. You like working at night? I mean, you'll go to bed soon. You like working at night? I mean, fair enough. Hey, you know what? Who am I to judge you? No one to disturb you? That is true. That is very true. Calm and chill. Yeah, I mean, you have a point. You have a point. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of.
Here, pausing for ads.
I need to see what's going on with that. We'll check right after the ads. It shouldn't be doing this because it's the same point. So... Oh, it's because it's re-triggering it every time. I need to not... Yeah. The collision will move. Yeah. I can't scale this. This one I can't scale. It has to be moved down. I can avoid moving the collision. That's not a problem. I can set it up where the collision doesn't move, and only the walls visually move. Because right now I have collision and the walls visually are two separate things. So that's whatever. That I can. That's why triplanar. No. Triplanar would break things. No, this is set up the way I want it. Where like if you have a bookshelf, you don't want a triplanar because when it moves down or it scales down, either one will completely break. That it looks like a bookshelf. Neither will work. But let me see why this is the way it is. Okay, ads are done. So what's going on? Okay. It's clearing the traced walls and remaking them every time, which is fine. And then it sees, is it empty? It is. Oh, this will never be. Well, it'll be empty. Oh, I never replaced this properly. I don't think that's the problem, but no, yeah, that wasn't the problem, but it's no longer spazzing. Okay, so they become this, and then it goes through all of them and says lower the walls. The next time around, it is no longer empty because it now has info, so it always will go down. It is equal. If it is equal, it shouldn't be doing anything. It should just go here. And it is. It's just saying hello. Am I triggering this somewhere? Just to make sure that I'm... Ah! I am triggering that. It is overwriting it. So... Where am I triggering this from? Ah. Here. So I need to do a... Stop adjusting walls. Do or adjust walls. Okay. Movable walls. Jesus Christ. This will turn them to be false. If the walls are movable, then we're doing this. Start adjusting walls. So here, start adjusting walls. Oh, this is raised walls to the max. So here. I don't think this is the solution, but basically I was still doing it on every tick to adjust them. I need to not do this immediately. So I mean, I could just do it for now because I'm running out of time, because I'm gonna need to go in a moment. I'm just gonna do like a dirty test. Yeah, I mean, you're 6 a.m. Yeah, you're good. Oh, this needs to be on by default. If the walls are not movable, then obviously this is not firing on tick. Yeah, okay. I'll need to like rework this. Yeah, I'll need to rework this. It's fine. For now, though, let's just put it back to the visibility for tonight. I do want to do the walls going up and down, but... And the only thing is, when I stop this, this needs to stop doing it, so that as our final thing, which is on deactivate room, we basically just grab this. We need to clear this timer. Hide walls timer. Can you tell I need to reorganize with this freaking the variables? Clear the timer. And then make sure everything is the way it was. I think the best way to move it is on world position offset and the material directly. From my experience, world position offset is extremely expensive when you have a lot of objects using it. It is basically world position offset would rather have you move one 10 million triangle piece than 10 million one triangle pieces in terms of like performance for my experimentation. There we go. Trace is no longer going. Perfect. So this is all working. I just want to, yeah, I'm going to need to update. I need to have it not tick the same way, basically when the rooms are closed versus when they're open. Yeah. and we can do that and adjust that. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm thinking of doing a tutorial on real-time stuff for Sunday's video. I might do some tests for it tomorrow with some PCG stuff. We'll see. Depends on like if I, get everything figured out before the stream or not. If I do, then we'll continue here tomorrow. If not, we'll do a little bit of PCG before we go back to work on this. But I'd say this has been a successful stream. Thank you so much for your help, Sativu. Much appreciated. Your 6 a.m. brain combined with my 9 p.m. brain, or end of night brain. With that wall, I can try to offset the trace in the negative Z direction. Yeah, could do that. I wish I could do like weird shaped spheres. I know I can do a box trace. Right? Maybe I'll do a box trace. Yeah, cone trace is not a thing, right? I've wanted a cone trace, but cone trace is not a thing. Unfortunately. But yeah, that is I had to double check just in case I've been like blind, living under a rock, and has been a cone trace just all this time. But we got you're working with mobs and everything, right? When we go in, we now have the rooms, and when we go in here, after a second, the walls come up, and now we can actually see inside of it. And when we heal all the enemies, they go back down. That's those floating is still a thing that need to be figured out. But yeah, this is good. Ooh. Yeah, so that's a problem as well. Right? Because the room here is this shape. So yeah, gonna need to figure out how to get around that. Wait, why is it this shape? How is it this shape? Oh, these are the walls from below. These are the walls from the lower level. I still have the walls too high up, and so these are the walls from the level below. I'm like, why are they walls there? Yeah, the walls currently are too high up on every single floor, so when you have the levels stacked right on top of each other, they just go right through. At least that's an easy adjustment. Just need to do it. But cool. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. More progress is being made. Huzzah. I'm quite pleased every time. Yeah, tomorrow we'll continue with some PCG or some stuff. Yes, time for you to sleep, and pretty much I'm gonna go on a walk, and then I'm gonna go to sleep as well. So have a good night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time. Bye bye.